The biggest event is coming to Pokemon Go with a jam-packed week of events and a Max Finale weekend. This is your ultimate guide to win the event. There's so much to unpack with this event, so we're covering every detail day by day. So go ahead and subscribe and save this video and come back each day that you play the event. Dark Skies starts Monday, August 18th at 10 a.m. local time and goes all the way to Saturday, August 23rd at 10 a.m. Then that leads directly into the Max Finale that Saturday, August 23rd at 10 a.m. and it's going to go all the way to Sunday, August 24th at 6 p.m. Dark Skies is all about Dynamax Pokemon and ranking up in that Go Pass. That way you can take on those Gigantamax Pokemon during the Max Finale weekend and go after Eternamax Eternatus.
This event is unticketed and free for everyone. We're actually gonna all be getting a Go Pass for this, and this is how you can get your free Eternatus. You're only gonna be getting one, and it's going to be through this Go Pass. So we're gonna be getting that Go Pass on Monday, August 18th at 10 a.m. local time, and you'll be able to get it all the way through Sunday, August 24th at 9 p.m. local time. Now this is where you can get the Go Pass Max Finale and also the Go Pass Deluxe Max Finale. They're both gonna be available in Pokemon Go. So from Monday, August 18th to Friday, August 22nd, you can collect Go points with a cap each day to get a head start of the Max Finale. Now there's gonna be no limit on Saturday and Sunday, so you'll be able to get as many points as you can to finish that Go Pass. Now, if you are looking to upgrade your experience, there is going to be a deluxe version. This will be paid, and it seems like you might even be able to pay for an extra 10 reward ranks if you would like that as well. Basically, what you're going to be able to do is you can claim both the free and the deluxe passes, and you can upgrade at any time if you do decide those upgraded rewards are worth it. And we don't know what those are going to be, but it's probably going to give you a ton of Eternatus candy, a ton of Eternatus XL candy, so it might be worth it. Now, we don't know everything that is coming with this ticket, but we do know for free, we're all gonna be getting an encounter with Eternatus, we're gonna be getting random encounters with Dynamax Pokémon, and we're gonna be getting candy, including Eternatus candy and Max Particles. Now, for the paid version, you're gonna be getting everything for free, but you're also gonna be getting an increased chance of encountering shiny Dynamax Pokémon, typically found in 1 through 4-star Dynamax battles. Now, this is key, and we're gonna be bringing this up later in the strategy for why we're recommending different things, but just keep in mind that increased shiny boost for Dynamax Pokemon. You're also be getting an Eternatus helmet avatar item, additional counters with even more Pokemon, additional candy and Candy XL, including for Eternatus, Candy and Candy XL, and then additional Max Particles. So the paid version is just going to upgrade your experience, and it's definitely going to be worth it if you're grinding this event pretty hardcore. And like all Go Passes, there is going to be a tier progression. So as you progress on this ticket, you're going to get different bonuses. So tier 1, you're going to get increased power for Behemoth Blade and Behemoth Bash. You're also going to be getting additional Max Particles from Power Spots. So definitely try to rank up to tier 1 ASAP. Then we have tier 2, you're going to get even more power for Behemoth Blade and Behemoth Bash. And then you're going to have an increased chance for wild encounters near Power Spots. Now here's the thing, this is when that ticket of the Deluxe Pass might be worth it if you are getting that increased encounter for shiny Dynamax Pokemon, if you're going to be getting encounters near Power Spots, because those typically are Dynamax. So this is when that increased shiny odds might come into play at tier 2. Then we have tier 3, where we're getting that maximum increased power for Behemoth Blade and Behemoth Bash. This is probably going to be super helpful during the weekend with Eternatus. Then we're going to be getting even more additional rewards from Max Pokemon placed at Power Spots. So could this mean we're finally going to be getting XL candy if you place a Pokemon at a Power Spot? I have no idea, but that is what I'm thinking. So you definitely want to place some Pokemon that you need XL candy for at Power Spots after doing any max battles. And once you've completed all the ranks, we don't know where the ranks are going to end at, if it's going to be 200, 100, but once you have done that, you have until Tuesday, August 26th at 9 p.m. local time to claim your rewards before they are gone. So these will disappear if you will not get them in time, and your Eternatus will be gone forever if you do not claim it by that date.
Before we dive into the strategy, you might want to know a little bit about the Eternatus lore and the hero Pokemon, so make sure you go and watch the Pokemon Journey series, episode 43 through 45. That should get you up to speed with the Crown Sword Zacian, the Crown Shield Zamazenta, and Eternatus. This will help you learn about the darkest days and why we have the Dark Skies and this Max Finale. Now we're starting the Dark Skies event. During this event, we're going to see every Dynamax Pokemon that has been in Pokemon Go. They're going to come in throughout the week. During the Dark Skies event, we're going to have some event bonuses that are going to run through the week. So go ahead and look at these to keep these in mind. We're going to have more Power Spots than usual will be active. Power Spots will refresh more frequently. Max particle collection limit will increase. The remote raid pass limit will be increased to 30 starting on Monday, August 18th, all the way to Friday, August 22nd. But then it opens up to unlimited for the weekend. So let's start on Monday, August 18th at 10 a.m. local time. We're gonna see these Dynamax Pokemon and Dynamax battles. The best ones to go for this Monday are Beldum, Latios, and Latias. So if there's one that is your absolute favorite, go for that one. If you don't have one, get that one. But if you're still grinding these, I think going after Beldum to get a really good one. Latios and Latias are incredible Pokemon. You can go after those as well. I think Bernie and I are going to be going after Beldum because I'd love to get a Hundo Dynamax Metagross. And if you're going after these Dynamax Pokemon and you have that Deluxe, remember that the Deluxe Pass gives you that shiny boost. So for the ones found in 1 to 4 star battles, you're going to get a shiny boost like Beldum. You won't be getting that on Latios and Latias, but that's okay. And on this Monday at 10 a.m., it's the start of the Go Pass. So you want to go ahead and start looking at the requirements to rank up as high as possible. Try to max out if you can. That way you can get Eternatus as fast as possible. And on Monday, we're getting a timed research that's going to be focused on max battles. So take a look at that, see what the requirements are, and start working on that as you're doing the max battles throughout the week. And then for raids, we have Zacian and Zamazenta in 5-star raids. We have Galarian Farfetch'd and Galarian Weezing in 3-star raids. And then we have Sinistea in 1-star raids. For this, I'd really focus on just using my daily free raid pass. Maybe do Zacian or Zamazenta if you can. If you can't take down a 5-star or host one, maybe you could go ahead and use it on Sinistea or one of the Galarian Pokemon. I would just use that free raid pass on Monday. The Dynamax Pokemon featured on Monday will only be in that Monday. So if there's one that you really want to grind or go after, you need to prioritize it and go for it because that rotation is going to change on Tuesday.
Now we're going into Tuesday, August 19th, and we have a brand new rotation of D-Max Pokemon. These will be in rotation for 2 days on Tuesday and Wednesday. Now of the Dynamax to focus on, I would definitely focus on the Kanto Birds, Drillbur, and Toxtricity. That is because the Kanto Birds and Toxtricity were never remotable before for us, so I think there's a lot of people who don't really even have these, so definitely go out and focus on those for Tuesday and even Wednesday. Right now we're just going to focus on Tuesday though, so Tuesday definitely do those rotations. And then also Drillbur is another really good one to have if you don't have it, and that will have that shiny boost. So it's not too bad to go ahead and get that one as well. And we'll even have Toxtricity with that shiny boost because the shiny boost is for 1 to 4-star max battles. So Toxtricity is a 4-star. Honestly, I would probably focus on Toxtricity over anything else, but the Kanto Birds are another good one to focus on too. We also have a Spotlight Hour on Tuesday, and that is Ralt Spotlight Hour. Honestly, a really good Spotlight Hour to play. So if you're planning on playing Spotlight Hour, maybe try to meet up with your local community, do max battles before Spotlight Hour, during Spotlight Hour, and even after Spotlight Hour. That way you can do as much as possible with the group of people. We'll also have the same raids as we had on Monday. So for this, just do your 1 daily free raid pass. You'll understand a little bit later why we're recommending this, but just do your 1 free raid, focus on Zacian and Zamazenta, or if you can't do those, do your 3-star or your 1-star raids. And of course, keep progressing on that Go Pass. You can only progress a certain amount each day. So Tuesday, make sure that you get to that max number that you can get on Tuesday, because again, that's how you get your Eternatus. That's how you work on those tier rewards and bonuses, because it's definitely important to get to tier 3 by the weekend, so that way you have as much damage that you can do for Eternatus, because I think we're all gonna need it. And just keep making sure you're working on that timed research. I don't know how difficult it's gonna be. We don't know if it's gonna be multiple pages or how that's going to look, but it is focused on max battles. So that's why you want to do your max battles every single day. Make sure that you're claiming every max particle that you can and using those. If you don't use them and don't claim them, you're wasting your max particles. Now we haven't mentioned, do not claim any max particles from your Go Pass. We'll explain that for the weekend portion, but I do want to say that. So every single day, what we're saying is this is what we are saying. So like I said, over the weekend, that's when you're going to want to claim your max particles. We'll go into that strategy later, but I think it's going to be tempting to go ahead and claim those now. I think you really want to save those for Eternatus.
Now we're on Wednesday, August 20th. This has the exact same Dynamax rotation as Tuesday. So this one, you can just do the same ones that you did again on Tuesday. Go after Toxtricity, go after Drillbur, and those Kanto Birds. Now on Wednesday, I would actually spin a gem and get that free raid pass, but I would not do any raids. And that's because the raid that you want to do on Thursday, when we cover the Thursday, you'll want to do that raid instead. And with this being Wednesday, typically we have raid hours, but there's no raid hour today. And keep working on the Go Pass, rank up as high as you can, and a gentle reminder, don't claim any particles. Now we're on Thursday, August 21st, and we're going to get these Pokemon in Dynamax battles. The ones that you really want to concentrate on are the legendary beasts, basically Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, the ones from Johto, and also Chansey. Those are really good Pokemon to go after for these Dynamax battles. And of course, if you missed any, you can go after those. You want to go after Chansey because that's a really good tank Pokemon. So if you get a good IV, or if you get a good shiny, you can power it up, then you can have that tank in your party. Chansey's perma boosted in Dynamax battles, so will it be even more boosted with the ticket? I don't know, but I'm going after Chansey. Let's see if we get a shiny. And if you watched yesterday, you saved that free daily raid pass because you're going to want to use it during the raid hour. During the raid hour, you're going to get that Crown Sword Zacian. That way you can get more of the fusion energy. So use that free pass, use the free pass from Thursday to do at least 2, and then grind as many as you want to get as much energy as you need. That way you can fuse one and get the crown form. Some people missed Go Fest, or maybe they started playing during Go Fest and didn't get enough energy to actually do that fusion. So this is your time to do it during this raid hour. And if you are planning on doing this raid hour because you need to grind it, grind as many as you can during this raid hour because they will be available on the weekend. You're probably going to be going after Eternatus super hard, so you may not want to do those raids during that time. Do them now during this raid hour. And of course, raid hours are 6 to 7 p.m. local time.
And now we are on Friday, August 22nd. This is the last full day of the Dark Skies event, and we have the same raid rotation as Thursday, so focus on those Johto beasts and focus on Chansey, but I actually would recommend not doing any max battles during this time. What I would do is I would go ahead and claim your full max particles that you can for free. And if you're able to do any type of gameplay advantage where you can like get a couple extra, like let's say you can only claim 20, but you have your walking ones, you can get like 300 extra, go ahead and do that. But basically get your max particles ready and get as many as you can. That way for Saturday, you can do even more Eternatus max battles for free with those max particles. So I would recommend not doing any max battles on Friday unless you really, really need to. We also have a raid hour from 6 to 7 local time of Crowned Shield Zamazenta. Now this is a great one to play if you didn't play Go Fest or if you just need a little bit more extra of that fusion energy. The same recommendation that we gave Thursday is do your raids for these on Friday if you have to, and that way you don't have to do them over the weekend. And now it is the weekend and the Max Finale event has officially started. This starts on Saturday, August 23rd at 10 a.m. local time and goes until the 24th at 6 p.m. local time. So we have a lot of things happening this weekend. We're gonna go over everything that is gonna be covered. But first, let's go over the bonuses. So during this event, this actually starts at midnight local time on that Saturday. We're gonna have additional power spots being active. Power spots will refresh more frequently. Max particle collection limit will increase. We're gonna be getting 2 times catch candy for catching Pokemon, 2 times catch XL candy for catching Pokemon, and there'll be no limit on remote raids from Saturday to Sunday. So what is key about these event bonuses is that you're going to be getting extra candy for catching Pokemon. So I would recommend to not catch your Eternatus until it is officially the weekend when we're getting this 2 times catch bonus, because you're going to want as much Eternatus candy as possible. And when you catch Eternatus, make sure to use a silver pineapple berry and make sure to either have a poison or dragon mega. Make sure it's your highest mega, level 3 mega would be the best. That way you can get even more candy. So maximize that one and only catch that you get. And on the weekend, we are not having any limit on that Go Battle Pass. So this is your chance to rank up and finish this Go Battle Pass, claim everything that you can, but wait to claim your max particles until we tell you later on in this video. We'll go over that full strategy in a bit. I know everyone's like waiting for this. But we're also gonna be getting a timed research. This timed research is gonna be focusing on powering up Pokemon and defeating Eternamax Eternatus throughout the event. You're gonna be getting Candy XL, max particles, and more for this timed research. So I recommend if you haven't powered up like a Zacian and Zamazenta, this might be a good time to do it during the timed research. And again, you're gonna wanna be doing your Eternamax Eternatus max battles to work on that timed research as well.
Now it's Saturday, August 23rd, and the Max Finale has started. Eternamax Eternatus will take over the majority of power spots during this time. All the Gigantamax Pokemon that have been in Pokemon Go will be appearing at power spots. Now there is a rotation starting at 10 a.m. every hour all the way to 5 p.m. We're going to see certain Gigantamax Pokemon that are going to appear more frequently. But what happens after 5 p.m.? 5 p.m. to the end of the day? Is it going to be chaos? Is it going to be every Gigantamax Pokemon in the game just kind of all over in Eternatus? Is Eternatus going to go wild? We still don't know that just yet, but we do know this rotation starting at 10, ending at 5. Now the ones that Bernie and I are going to be going for, we're going to be going after the Lapras, Snorlax, Gengar, and Toxtricity. We have some of the other good ones, but if you're going for shinies with the backgrounds of these, because these backgrounds are really cool, but for the most part, we're going to be trying to grind our Eternatus. That way we can actually fully max this thing all the way out. And join us live on YouTube or Twitch and see us take on the action. And while these max battles are going on, we're going to get the Crown Sword Zacian and Crown Shield Zamazenta in raids. We did recommend to raid those during their respective raid hours, but there's always people that miss it. There's people who didn't do it. So if you're doing those, you can grind them and get that fusion energy during that time. Then in 3-star raids, we've got the Phalanx in training, super cool costume, really cool shiny. And then in 1-star raids, we're going to get the Dapper Pikachus back. We're going to get these wild encounters during this event, and what I think is really interesting about these wild encounters is that they all have some type of max form, whether it's Dynamax or Gigantamax.
Now it is Sunday, August 24th, the last day of the Max Finale. Now this is when you need to look at your Go Pass and look at your Eternatus and figure out how much candy and how much work do you really have to go into that Go Pass, because you want to finish that Go Pass, and if you're trying to max out that Eternatus, you need to figure out how many more max battles you need to do. And I definitely think Sunday is a great time to really focus on the Eternatus. We do have that rotation of G-Max Pokemon. In our opinion, I don't think that these are the ones to go after unless you really want those backgrounds, because we start off with Rillaboom, we have Charizard, Butterfree, Kingler, Blastoise, Cinderace, and Gigantamax Toxtricity low-key form. Now the ones I would focus on are possibly Kingler, because that wasn't remotable when that first was debuted, and the Toxtricity low-key form. I think the Toxtricities on both days we're definitely going to be doing, but throughout the day, we've had all of these remotable now at this point. So again, if you really just want the background, I think the Charizard with the background might be the one to go for if you really, really want a good background one. Or if you want like a shiny background of that Charizard, that'd be sick and that'd be really cool. But I think Sunday is definitely like an Eternatus grind day to just make sure that you get the candy that you need for that. Because Saturday, you're gonna have a really good feel of how much candy we're gonna be getting. And we'll be covering some of this like on our short form content, whether it's here on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. So follow us there. That way we'll be posting that, because we are here in Thailand. So we are gonna be getting a little bit of this information ahead of time. So that way you're up to date to know like how much do you really need to do to get that candy. But you're also gonna want Eternatus candy, not just to max out its like levels or its max moves. You're also gonna want candy for its adventure effect if you do plan on using that a lot, because it's 30 candy for 5 minutes. So I feel like we're gonna need a ton of Eternatus candy. So you also might just be like, I'm just raiding this the whole weekend and that's what I'm just planning on doing. So up to you and your goals, but just kind of think about that too. And Sunday is also gonna be a really good day to know if we are getting any surprise Dynamax in the wild. Like that lore would be so cool if they did bring that into Pokemon Go. So Saturday, I think, is gonna be that day that no one really knows what's happening. We don't know how much candy we're getting. We don't know if the wild spawns are just gonna Dynamax uncontrollably. But if they do Dynamax uncontrollably, oh my gosh, I would go crazy and catch as much as I can too. Like, I think that would be so fun. And if you get that deluxe pass, these are the ones that have that increased shinies in the 1 to 4-star Dynamax as well. So think about, you could get some really cool 3-star shiny Dynamaxes that way. And those would be great trading items. So I don't know, Sunday's gonna be that day that I think we're all gonna have to readjust our plans. So that's why the plan for Sunday is like, mostly Eternatus, but also like I'm gonna catch a bunch of these dude just Dynamax uncontrollably the whole time. Or if it's from 5 to 6, I'm just gonna focus maybe 5 to 6 on catching those as well. So Sunday, I think just play it kind of by ear on how Saturday goes.
Now we know Eternatus is going to take an insane amount of candy to max out. We don't actually know the amount, but there's been leaks with a lot of different amounts on there. I have a theory on this. This is a Cream Original prediction. So my prediction is that this isn't going to be that difficult to max out for someone that maxes out any other Pokemon. So if you think of one that's in raids, or however many raids it takes for you to max it out and take to level 50, or to max out to level 50 and max out max moves, I think it's going to be whatever that is. But with it taking a lot of candy that you're getting, basically if you don't play this event, it's going to be like impossible to max out. So you're going to be getting just so much candy from these max battles and be able to max it out. And then if you missed it, you're just kind of out of luck. But that is a prediction, and I'm really curious to see how it really plays out.
Now, since we're going to be getting a candy catch bonus on Saturday and Sunday, what I would definitely do is make sure to have a mega that aligns with the focused G-Max for each hour. So when it's Lapras G-Max hour, make sure to level 3 mega a water. That way you can get more candy for those catches. That's just how I would play this event. So every hour, you definitely want to change up that mega that you're using. It's going to be a little bit of work, but I think it's going to be worth it to get extra candy.
I think Eternatus might be pretty difficult in battles. I know when we did the in-person Go Fest, they had some tests that we had 1,000-something people in a battle. Are they going to open these up so that we could just have so many people in here? But if we're working on that Go Pass and we're doing the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, where we're doing more damage, I think maybe it'll make it easier to take down. So let's all work on those Go Passes and take down Eternatus.
And the thing is, like, you're going to want to use your Zacian and Zamazenta. Also, if you watch the lore, Zacian and Zamazenta are actually what take down Eternatus, Eternamax. So use your Zacian and Zamazenta in battles. Have those prepared, ideally before the event, but you can also work on them during Saturday and Sunday to work on that timed research as well. Unless it's like you have to power up a dragon or a poison that goes in with Eternatus, then do that. But we have no idea. That's the tough thing about making predictions and stuff like that.
Let us know in the comments if you're excited for this event, what you're going after, and also let us know what do you really think about battling a Pokemon that you're not getting an encounter for. This is a new concept. There's pros and cons to this, and I'd love to know what you think.
This event is going to be so insane, so make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on the news, but also go ahead and follow us on Twitch. That way you can watch our live streams and get prepared for your event, because we are going to be a couple hours ahead of everyone else, so you'll get some really good insider tips that way.
Bye everyone.
We want to give a huge thank you to our incredible Patreon supporters. Your support means everything to us and helps make content like this possible.
You're helping us take things to the next level. We couldn't do this without you.